These are conversations with architecture firm leaders. I'm focusing on the 14 framework. Years ago, you thought at one time, when it's my turn, I'm going to do things differently. You had that dream, and guess what? Now it's your turn. Everything is up on you. It's your responsibility. And there's two approaches you can take to that. One is to control others and blame others when things go wrong. That first strategy doesn't work. It drives people away and it just creates more stress on you and more stress on the people around you. There's a culture of saying it's on me that takes on a different perspective. You're the leader, so it is on you. If you have a team, people you hire to do projects for you, they're going to make mistakes. I did a series on mistakes that you can go back and find on my blog or in the YouTube channel. A series on mistakes that focused on how people screw up. And people do screw up. Even the architecture firm leaders screw up. And we have to take responsibility for that. We have to say, it's on me. There's 5 points that support this that you can do to really make this an effective part of your practice and your life. The first one is an ownership mindset. As the owner of the firm or as the leader of your studio, of your group, taking on an ownership mindset doesn't have to actually require monetary ownership, the actual financial investment. It's taking on the attitude, the old adage that the buck stops here, that we as leaders are in charge of everything and the clients are looking to us for their guidance. Even though we've got companies and we've got teams, very capable teams, each team has a leader, and that's you. You may be at the top leader with many teams underneath you. You may be the leader of one team. You may just be the leader of yourself. But ultimately, you have to have an ownership mindset because this takes on the sense of responsibility and it fosters an approach that encourages team members to do the same thing. Because when you encourage the whole team to take responsibility for their decisions and their actions, they start getting their own ownership mindset and start taking responsibility for what they do. Ultimately, they will make mistakes, and you have to step in and say, my bad. This is the goals I establish are the reasons I hired my team and brought them in. Ultimately, it comes back to me. The second one is to lead by example. You are the role model in everything that you do. So you can demonstrate the importance of responsibility taking to encourage others to do the same. By you doing it, they feel a safe place for them to do it, especially if you encourage them to take that risk, be vulnerable, take the responsibility for what they did. Ultimately, you encourage them to do that because that will make them better, and it'll make you better when you take responsibility ultimately for all the decisions in the firm. It sets a standard for the entire firm and builds a sense of culture of integrity. The third one is focus on solutions, not blame. This is focusing on the problem. And the problem is not the people who you think's fault it is for the stuff that goes wrong. The problem is the project and solving the project. Every project is going to have huge challenges to it. Focusing on how to solve that problem will take the blame away from other people. The late Stephen Covey was an enormous influence on my life and how I conduct my own practice and how I instruct others. He says, to paraphrase, when you believe that the problem is out there, that very thought is the problem. Blaming others is really a reflection of guilt of yourself. It is a blaming of yourself. You're trying to deflect that. So think about that next time you want to blame the plan checker, blame the contractor, blame the client for the problems. You're deflecting your own sense of responsibility. The fourth is empower your team members. Empowering team members to take responsibility requires trust. That's the first step, is enabling them to do their job, their own means and methods, so that they get their own ownership mindset. That requires a lot of trust. This stronger sense of ownership essentially creates fewer mistakes, because if each individual is thinking about their own empowerment on the project, they want to do better. They'll start checking for their own errors. And the fifth is reflect and learn. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody learns from their mistakes. So promote a culture that encourages people to learn from their mistakes, not be embarrassed by them. Say, we can do better. How can I do better? I can learn more about this topic. I can study it more. I can practice it more. So that helps develop and grow your entire team. Encourage learning and reflection for all the team members. So those are the 5 areas of practice that you can do to say it's on me. An ownership mindset, lead by example, focus on solutions, empower team members, and reflect and learn. Remember, it's on you. Take responsibility and help others do the same.